Is a career possible in gaming? Well, gaming fever has been there among the young crowd, especially about the teenage boys. And parents को सुन के ये बुखार आ जाता है कि अरे मेरा बेटा गेमिंग इतना गेम खेल रहा है. What about his academics? What about his studies? And can he make a career in gaming? What are the possibilities of gaming? And there is another video where I've explained about careers in particular where playing games, what are the possibilities, what are the merits, demerits of careers, getting into gaming as such. However, here I'm going to cover about some more interesting careers that are emerging in the gaming industry, which is not just playing games, but even beyond that. Before we move to this video, let me introduce myself. My name is Akshay Jalan and I've been working as a senior project manager at IIT Bombay for a decade, where I've interacted with a lot of students, not only at IIT, but even students from outside. And when I interact with them, I come to understand that their awareness about career options is very limited. That's why I'm sharing more information about new age career options that can help you become aware and make an informed decision. Plus, when we talk about career selection, it is not only about learning about the different options, but also being aware about yourself. Become aware about yourself in terms of your personality, your interests, your abilities, and aware about career options, then you can make a perfect match. But how to do this? If you want to understand more in detail, I would invite you to go to my website jakshay.com or careervisionhub.com to learn more about the career science, as well as you will get the opportunity there to subscribe to my next webinar, where in this webinar I'll help you to crack the career code with different secrets. So what are you waiting for? Register for the webinar and I'll see you there live. Now let's jump in this particular video. Jobs that could be pulled off in the gaming industry are endless. All the way from game conceptualization, environment designing, coding, character design, enhancing graphics. There is little something for all the students who would want to pursue their career in designing and programming games. There have been new trends in gaming coming up to the light, which means developers would have to adapt them to succeed. What worked last year may not work the current year as well. In the current scenario, there has been a greater shift to streaming games with faster connections like 4G and 5G, along with games moving to cloud computing. So as 5G is the newest upcoming trend, mobile connection speed rates are going to shoot through the roof, to which there will be an ability for users to stream games online and much more. So let's take an example. We can take this example of Apple in September 2019, where they launched a new subscription in the gaming services. As a part of this, Apple is teaming up with both Indian developers and big name companies in the gaming industry. And they actually launched exclusive and new games every week or every month for the users. And in 2020, 2021, there was a huge demand for game designers and developers with whom Apple were teamed up and met the guidelines for the development of new games, especially for the Apple Arcade. And now, we see that the games have not only evolved from 2D to 3D to high resolution graphics, and today is the age of virtual reality and augmented reality. There are two technologies that recently have become the lifeline for game development, as they're highly appreciated by the users as well. So AR and VR reality are $1 billion industries that will bring a lot of earnings to users all across the world. PS4 was one of the consoles which introduced virtual reality gaming and made millions as its games kept the users engaged and merged the game socially. There is a lot of scope in virtual reality game designing as well. And the only thing now is the industry is going to expand further. Now the question comes, why a career in gaming? Is it possible? Does it have scope? Let me ask you this. Have you ever participated in the street racing, got chased by the police, killed numerous enemies, rescued your damsel in distress from the roadside mafias, and got yourself killed several times in the process? Well, that's not in real life. I'm talking about sitting behind your gaming console. If you ever wondered how you could step out of your chair and build a career in gaming, you have hit the right place. Because today, there are 2.34 billion gamers worldwide, and the gaming industry has come a long way in establishing itself as a fast evolving sector in the entertainment field today. And according to NASSCOM, the Indian gaming industry does close to almost $1,000 million of business every year, and there are over 100 game development organizations in India already. According to this, there is a rising demand for professionals in the field, from artists to programmers to designers to audio engineers. And there are many exciting job roles available which are not just about playing games, but about creating them. So a career in gaming is not only limited to just playing games and championship battles. There are diverse careers in gaming to be choose from, and you can actually be a part of this exciting gaming industry. For instance, video game developers or designers, they write and debug codes to develop games for different platforms, determine the design and basic concept of the game, as well as the story and sketch of how the game will look like. So apart from determining the basic functioning of video games and programming, a game developer also tests and evaluates the games, looks for bugs and errors in the design and programming of the game, But game developers and designers work involves more than just design and development. Video game development is complex and involves creativity and logical reasoning. And the entire game development team consists of a programmer, writer, audio programmer, level designer, animator, modeler, license support engineer, and software engineer. So if you're looking for career in gaming or game designing courses, especially after your 12th, then let me share with you 10 interesting careers in the gaming industry. Let's begin.
Hey, I am Ayan, and I'm a professional game designer. If you have played action-adventure games like Tomb Raider or Assassin's Creed Origins, you will know what makes these games great. Amazing environments, gripping plots, fun combat, and puzzles to solve. Today at our Zani Gaming Studio, we are designing a prototype for an action-adventure game we are calling Retro Sapiens. We are super excited about this. So let me take you on a tour of the studio so that you can experience the excitement in the team. This is my desk. Here's where I design and map out the game mechanics that are at the heart of Retro Sapiens. To keep the players hooked, I need to come up with ways to make the game environment feel adventurous and fun to explore. I also need to get the combat right. Design all the combat systems, weapons balancing, and enemy design. It's lots of hard work, but I think it's the best job in the world. What's on my plate today? I need to finish this design doc and get it over to the engineering and art teams. I need to get the flows done, do some UI mocks, put in the art and sound references. All the stuff they need to bring our prototype to life. Oh look! It's Siddharth, aka Sids, a crazy and passionate level designer. He's always messing with my designs, changing stuff around. I'm kidding, but we cannot do without Sids, and we heavily depend on him for all the cool environments and levels that make our game so enjoyable. He seems stressed out today. Well, he's always stressed. So let's move on. When doing game design, we get a lot of ideas from our team of artists, animators, programmers, and writers. We argue and fight with each other, but that's where the fun comes from. When you consider different views and perspectives from the whole team, you end up making the best possible game. Great ideas can come from anyone. Want to join my team?
So I hope you enjoyed that video. And now let's jump into the 10 creative careers in the gaming industry. The first is a creative director. They are the architects of the games, and their work includes planning and defining all the elements of the game. Its setting, its rules, environment, story flow, levels, characters, vehicles, weapons, etc. And game designers, they visualize the concept over which the overall game is then made with the help of programmers, animators, producers, and audio engineers. Therefore, as a game designer, you will be involved in designing the artwork or visual game aspects like characters, graphics, tools, and weapons. You would also focus on refining the forms and color theory. And they also do the initial market research in order to ensure that people would enjoy playing the game concept that they are building. And they work in collaboration with the whole team and supervise them to make sure the game experience meets with their original concept. Game designers earn significantly less as compared to developers. A game developer salary in India is higher as per the educational and qualification requirements. For this, you can do a bachelor's in game design, will help you get in, but having a BTech in computer science or a computer engineering can also be helpful. The second career that I have for you is a narrative designer. So a story without context is like a boat without a rudder. A writer for video games is one of the latest and trending career options in gaming, as you will get to write scripts, narratives, storylines, dialogues, and other technical writing for the video game. They work closely with the game designers to add context to the story, how the villain became the villain, why they need to be defeated, and what the player will gain after defeating the villain. The words are the tools of a narrative designer as they create unique characters, write dialogues for the characters, and in game, text along with giving screenplays for enhancing the video gaming experience. So as a writer, you are actually involved as you get to write scripts, narratives, storylines, dialogues, and other technical writing for the video game. They work closely with game designers to add context to the story, how the villain became the villain, why they need to be defeated, and what the player will gain after defeating the villain. The words are the tools of a narrative designer as they create unique characters, write dialogues for the characters, and in-game text along with giving screenplays for enhancing the video gaming experience. As a writer, you're also involved in creating unique characters and writing screenplays for enhancing the video gaming experience. But the creativity actually comes into play when they have to describe the circumstances through actions or expressions of the characters more than what they speak. Their work is to add the cherry on top of the gameplay by defining the story experience the player will have during the game, thereby enhancing the experience of playing. So by entering a career in gaming as a writer, not only do you have the opportunity to unleash your creativity, but also have a chance to explore diverse roles within the writing also, as described earlier. A bachelor's in English literature or mass communication, along with certifications in creative writing or script writing, would be really helpful to crack this career. The third career is game animator. Ever experienced those graphics and animations in games that present out of the world and look very picturesque? Well, the masters behind these graphics and designs are game animators who design, animate, and recreate game characters and objects. They combine technology with art and create interactive animated environments and images for video games. So visual artists and animators, they give physical structure to the characters, objects, vehicles, backgrounds, textures, clothing, coloring, environment, and sceneries in the game. They provide details to the skin textures of each character, the watery gloss on the road when it rains, or define the shadows in accordance with the source of light. So defining the manner in which a character jumps, crouches, sits, stands, and moves are what a visual artist takes good care of. A games artist basically handles the visual experience of the entire video game and enhances the elements of the game with assistance from game designers and creative directors. And there are various job roles within the art department such as concept artists, 3D modelers, 2D or texture artists, each with a different set of responsibilities and techniques. The education required here is bachelor's in computer graphics or art or animation or illustration. Then comes lead artist. The lead artists are involved in developing and driving the original and innovative art style of the entire video game. They work in almost all verticals to establish technical as well as aesthetic norms for art in the game. They also focus on console interface designing, flow and usability of gaming features. If you happen to have a creative bent of mind and a lot of analytical and technical skills, then go for a career in gaming and stick to the artist in you and work up the ladder to become a lead artist. So you require a education in graphics or art or animation illustration to pursue this career. Fifth one is sound designer. So if you remember the third of the shot when Max Payne fires from his Kalashnikov and the screechy siren voice of the police van in the GTA Vice City, all these are created by sound designers and audio engineers. They add realism to the in-game world with the help of soundtracks and sound effects such as gunshots on a car's room, ambient sounds like traffic, crowd noise, bird chirping, etc. So every game has its own plot and genre, and audio engineers develop audio in harmony with it. They encapsulate the game's essence in the audio they produce by blending dynamic sound effects with ambient sounds and background music to bring life to the game's world. The education required here is a bachelor's in sound engineering or audiography to pursue career as a sound designer in the gaming industry. Then comes your game developer or a programmer. Programmers are the ones who actually add fuel to the engine. They create the technical codes which make the game concept to actually run. And they work in collaboration with the game artist, the game designer, the game producer, and sound technicians in order to ensure the technical coding is in sync with the game design and thus that it will do justice to its actual creative vision. Because there was a vision initially which was crafted by the game designer and that should actually come to life with the code that is being written. And they also test the program code and fix the flaws in the game pointed out by the game testers. So game development is an excessively complex process and it requires large teams of programmers to actually create a game. This is one of the most preferred choices for those looking for a career in gaming. And a bachelor's in game programming or game development is a good option. Though even if you have a BTech or BA in computer science or a BCA, it could also be possible that you could land up in a career as a game developer. Though, this specific course in game programming or game development would be better because that will actually be more specific. However, you should be very sure if you are looking at a specific course that you actually want to end up only in game developing. Next comes game tester. Playing games all day for a living would be any gamer's dream job. And the role of game testers is not much different. But game testers do not just sit with a cup of tea, relax, and play through the game stages. They play the test game in a very systematic way, analyzing the game's performance, identifying bugs, and suggesting changes to be made to the programmers so that they can enhance the quality and playability of the game before the game is launched to the public. Therefore, if you should be a part of the gaming industry, then becoming a game tester could be a great option because you'll also be getting the option to play the game. So game testing involves playing the same level over and over again until it's assured that there are no bugs and glitches. And the work entails playing games for long hours and making sure the gaming experience of player does not spoil due to any flaws. Education required for the game tester is getting a BTech or a BE degree in computer science is recommended, after which you can do the ISTQB certified tester certification from the Indian Testing Board to increase your chances of landing up a job as a game tester. The eighth career that I have for you is game producer. So a video game producer is involved in the planning, coordinating and supervising the entire game development cycle. And there are part editors, part producers, part managers of the product, and they perform the major task of scheduling, budgeting, developing, editing and licensing of the project so that it can go to scale. So video game producer is one to help guide the project towards a final shelf date. And you basically require a diploma in production gaming to be a game producer. Now comes a DevOps engineer. So as games are becoming more and more online focused, DevOps engineers are required to create and maintain the networks and servers. So in an online multiplayer game, each individual player runs the game locally while interacting with web services in the background. And the DevOps engineer is actually in charge of maintaining the smooth functioning and security of the server on which the players are connected. So basically it is a cross-functional role between development and operations team, which means a DevOps engineer is expected to know coding skills as well as handle the operation of the network infrastructure. So the education required is a BTech or a BE in computer science engineering. Last but not the least, we have critic or a game journalist. Journalists or critics are a key element to any entertainment industry because they provide valuable reviews and critics for the buyers whenever a new game is actually released in the market. So you cannot judge a book by its cover. Therefore, critic reads it for you, examines and provides a review so that you are at a better stand to adjudge its entertainment quotient. And they are a blend of a gamer and writer who play and understand the dynamics of the game and then explain it in simple terms to their audience. And the education required would be a bachelor's in journalism or mass communication. So a career in gaming, when looked at from the perspective of salary and reward, offers endless opportunities for professionals. And as various championships and tournaments are held internationally, cash prizes and rewards are usually higher. So if you're interested in a career in gaming, but are not really a pro gamer, yet you want to pursue a career within this industry, then you can choose any of the career paths mentioned before. Moreover, a game developer salary in India ranges anywhere from 60,000 to 1,20,000 per month. And salaries and other perks for a career in gaming depend majorly on the gaming company, the skills and the level of expertise of the developer also. And when it comes to expertise and educational qualifications, they add a lot of value. For instance, with a master's or postgraduate degree, a game developer salary in India is comparatively higher than that of the graduates in similar fields. Now, let's look at some of the best gaming courses. Game designing has emerged as a career a lot of people are inclined to, and is definitely an area where people are pursuing higher studies in today. So universities across the world are providing diplomas, certificate courses, undergraduate degrees in game design. And these are available not only in online but in an offline manner also. So to become a professional gamer, you don't really need to pursue any course or certification, but you want to explore other careers in gaming, such as in the field of designing or programming, then you can look at some of the interesting design courses after your 12th class. Let's look at them. Here are some top designing courses after 12th. So you have certificate course in game art and design, you have certificate course in gaming, diploma in production gaming, diploma in game design and integration, diploma in game programming, diploma in animation, gaming and special effects, diploma in game development, diploma in game design, advanced diploma in game art and 3D game content creation, advanced diploma in game programming, advanced diploma in game design and development application, and professional diploma in game art. Top game designing courses after 12 as a bachelor's degrees. First is BSc Animation and Gaming. Second is Bachelor of Science in Animation, Game Design and Development. Third is Bachelor of Arts in Digital Filmmaking and Animation. Then Bachelor of Arts in Animation and Computer Graphics. We also have Bachelor of Science in Graphics, Animation and Gaming. You have BA Honors in Computer Game Design. Then Bachelor of Information Technology or Art in particularly User Experience Design. And BTech in Computer Science and Game Development is also available. Top institutes, top master's courses also available. So master's courses in game design include Masters in Computer Graphics and Game Technology, MFA in Game Design, MA in Interactive Design and Game Development, Master of Science in Multimedia and Animation, Master of Science in Gaming or Game Design and Development. Then you also have an integrated MSc program in Multimedia and Animation in Art and Design and Masters in Computer Graphics and Virtual Reality. Now, top international schools for careers in gaming So these are some of the top universities offering gaming courses across the world. University of Southern California, Rochester Institute of Technology, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, University of Central Florida, Southern Methodist University, Carnegie Mellon University, New York University, the Art Institute of California. Then we have University of Southampton, University of Arts London, Glasgow and Caledonian University, and University of Toronto. And top colleges and institutes in India. If you're thinking of exploring your design and creative abilities for a career in gaming in India, then you have Indian School of Gaming, you have Arena Animation, you have National Institute of Design and Academy of Animation and Gaming at Noida, and you have the ICAT College also. Apart from these, we have lovely professional university and Pixio Animation College, Bangalore, Backstage Pass, this is Institute of Gaming and Technology. Then we have MAAC, Maya Academy of Advanced Cinematics. And there is Z Institute of Creative Arts also. And Bharati Vidya Peeth Pune also has a course in game design. If you're just a beginner in the gaming industry or an expert, and reading a book can make you more informed about gaming. So to understand the intricacies for a better career in gaming, you can always fall back upon some of these experts' advice in these books. So these books are The History of Future by Blake J. Harris, The Art of Game Design by Jashesh Shell, Masters of Doom by David Kushner, Rules of Play by Eric Zimmerman and Katie Salen, Challenges for Game Designers by Brenda Romero, IN. So now let's look at some of the pros of gaming careers. So game development allows an individual to convert their passion of games into a career. And this career brings about a combination of animation, sound, graphics, programming, and management, which allows for obtaining information in various fields. And it is a creative outlet and helps you gain a satisfaction that you created something for enjoyment of the people. Cons of gaming careers: professionals might have to work long hours and according to the deadlines. It might take years to get a project approved and launched, so it is a slow process. Since there is a lot of competition in gaming industry, there is no room for mistakes. When it comes to digital coaching, I wanted to mention to you that it's been projected that a career in digital coaching is actually going to become a $350 billion industry by 2025. And whether it is language apps, virtual tutoring, video conferencing tools, or online learning software, there has been a significant surge in usage since COVID-19. So career growth, business growth, health and wellness, art and craft, making money, relationships, all these niches have become very popular in digital coaching, and you can choose any of them and take your stride in becoming a digital coach. So if you want to become a digital coach, actually, I would like to share with you one link. If you go to this particular link, you will get the opportunity to attend a webinar by one of my mentors, Siddharth Rajshekhar. If you attend this webinar, you'll be able to understand the information about choosing your correct niche and how to make digital products and autopilot your sales. So this basically helped me a lot in my own digital coaching journey, and I hope it will be helpful for you. So if you feel it will be valuable, you can go and click on this link, which is there in the description below. Let's have a quick recap of these careers. So we discussed about careers as a creative director, careers as a narrative designer, as a game animator, as a lead artist, as a sound designer, as a game developer, as a game tester, as a game producer, as a DevOps engineer, and also as a game journalist. To conclude, a career in gaming is the most opted career choice for youngsters, as it is an industry that offers immense scope not only for the players, but anyone who has a taste for gaming and wants to pursue a game designing course after 12th. Then you can refer to the national and international universities that I shared about you, which offers the best gaming courses. After pursuing some educational qualification or gaining some technical experience in the domain, students can work in a wide variety of roles, which was shared with you. Like it could be 2D, 3D designers, game programmers, system designers, character artists, writers, story writers, graphic directors, game testing, quality control, animators, graphic designers, and so on. And even companies like Microsoft, Xbox, King, Ubisoft, Sony Computer Entertainment, Tencent Games are considered a few of the best in the world for jobs. And the future of game design looks bright. And pursuing it in today's era looks like a golden opportunity, and industry individuals definitely look forward to pursuing a career in the industry. So there is no easy path to get into the gaming industry. It's a world full of hardcore and professional gamers coming together to actually make better and bigger games for everyone. So therefore, if you're interested in pursuing a career in game design, then let me know in the comment box which of these careers did you find exciting. So let's go over the gaming careers once again. So we have a career in the field of creative director. We discussed about narrative designer. We discussed about game animator. We discussed about lead artist. We discussed about sound design engineer, game developer, game tester, game producer, DevOps engineer, game journalist. To conclude, a career in gaming is the most opted career choice for youngsters, as it is an industry that offers immense scope for the players. If you want to pursue a game designing course after 12, then you can refer to the international universities that are offering the best gaming courses that are shared in this video. So after pursuing some educational qualification or getting technical experience in the domain, students can work in a wide variety of areas. And these job roles can be 2D, 3D designers, it could be game programmers, system designers, character artists, writers, story writers, graphic design directors, game testing, quality control, animators, graphic designers, and etc. Much more are there. And it's very not only challenging, exciting, but it's also very competitive. And companies like Microsoft Xbox, King Ubisoft, Sony Computer Entertainment, Tencent Games are considered a few of the best in the world. So the future of game design looks bright, and pursuing it in today's era looks like a golden opportunity, and interested individuals should definitely look forward to pursuing a career in the industry. If you found this video interesting and exciting, I would like to invite you to share this video with others, especially the game lovers, and also subscribe to this channel so that the next interesting video on career guidance or any such interesting career related videos comes straight to you. So like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. And thank you very much for watching this video. All the best.